So Garmin just dropped a new watch, the Venu 4, and people are already asking the million-dollar question, should you go for the shiny new Venu 4 or stick with the more affordable Vivoactive 5? Well, I've got you. Let's break this down in a way that feels less like reading a tech manual and more like scrolling through memes at 2 a.m. First off, let's talk looks, because let's be honest, half the reason we buy these things is so people at the gym think we actually know what we're doing. The Vivoactive 5 comes with a bright 1.2-inch AMOLED display. Cute, functional, gets the job done. Meanwhile, the Venu 4 walks in with a bigger 1.4-inch AMOLED and says, "I lift, bro." It also has a metal design. Translation, it looks fancier, and if someone sees it on your wrist, they might assume you run marathons instead of just running late to meetings. Now let's talk battery life. The Vivoactive 5 claims up to 11 days of juice, while the Venu 4 goes one better with up to 12 days. Yeah, a whole extra day. Garmin clearly sat down and said, how do we flex on ourselves? Oh yeah, add one more day. Realistically, either way, you'll still be charging less often than your smartphone, which dies faster than your motivation to hit the treadmill. But here's where it gets fun. Features. The Vivoactive 5 is like that reliable friend who always brings snacks to the party. You get body battery monitoring, sleep coaching, 30+ sports apps, and even wheelchair-specific tracking, which is actually a huge plus in terms of inclusivity. It'll track naps, meditation, hydration, and basically every detail about your life. Sometimes I think it knows me better than my mom. The Venu 4 though. This thing is like the overachiever kid in class who ruins the grade curve. It doesn't just track sleep, it gives you circadian rhythm alignment. It doesn't just log workouts, it hits you with 80+ sports apps and advanced training readiness scores. It even has a built-in flashlight. Yes, you heard that right. A flashlight. Finally, I can look for snacks at midnight without waking up the whole house. Oh, and let's not forget, the Venu 4 has ECG support. So now instead of WebMDing your heart rate at 3 a.m., your watch can straight up tell you if something's off. Big win for peace of mind. Or big stress depending on how anxious you already are. Both watches give you the usual suspects: Garmin Coach training plans, HRV status, pulse ox, stress tracking, women's health tracking, Garmin Pay, and music downloads for phone-free workouts. But the Venu 4 takes it a step further. Want to log your caffeine or alcohol intake? Done. Want a jet lag advisor? Yep. Want Google Maps turn-by-turn navigation on your wrist? Boom. At this point, the only thing it doesn't do is order pizza for you after a run. Though, give Garmin 2 more generations and we might get there. Let's talk about training. The Vivoactive 5 is excellent if you just want structured workouts, daily activity tracking, and a little push from Garmin Coach. But the Venu 4 is where things get intense. It's got training readiness, training status, wrist-based running power, Pace Pro pacing strategies, triathlon and multi-sport profiles, even rucking. Yes, rucking. Because apparently carrying a heavy backpack is now a flex Garmin thinks we should track. For strength junkies, the Venu 4 even tracks reps, sets, and rest times, and has animated on-screen workouts. That's right, it literally shows you how to do the move, so you don't look like a confused toddler in the gym trying to figure out what a Bulgarian split squat is. Smart features also differ. Both can take texts and notifications, but the Venu 4 takes it to hold my protein shake levels. You can make and take phone calls, use voice commands, view photos on your watch, and even adjust color filters to help with color blindness or preserve night vision. The Vivoactive 5? Still great, but definitely more basic. Think of it as texting K while the Venu 4 sends you a whole Shakespearean monologue. And here's the kicker: price. The Vivoactive 5 is around $299, while the Venu 4 is launching at about $549. That's not pocket change. For that extra cost, you're basically paying for premium materials, ECG, more sports apps, advanced training tools, Google Maps, lifestyle logging, and a built-in flashlight. Whether that's worth it depends on your vibe. Are you a casual runner who just wants to track steps, sleep, and maybe flex a little? Go Vivoactive 5. Are you the type who thinks of yourself as part-time athlete, part-time NASA test subject, and full-time I need the latest tech? Then the Venu 4 is your soulmate. So final verdict? The Vivoactive 5 is like that practical Toyota Corolla, reliable, efficient, and it'll get you everywhere you need to go. The Venu 4 is more like a Tesla, flashier, full of extra features, and sometimes makes you go, do I actually need this? But then you'll still want it. At the end of the day, either way you'll look cooler than someone rocking a basic step tracker from 2016. And honestly, isn't that what really matters? So what do you think? Team Venu 4 or Team Vivoactive 5? Drop it in the comments. And remember, whichever you pick, your watch will still judge you every time you skip leg day.